Good afternoon, Cub fans. Welcome to episode 117 of It's a Family Thing. Not talking Cubs baseball. We're just going to be talking baseball. We're going to get back to some Cubs stuff in the next episode, but this one, Logan, is going to be. We're just going to kind of where baseball's at with their playoffs.
Talking playoffs.
Talking playoffs.
We got. Well, we'll go series by series.
Okay.
Right now, we'll start in the American League. It's a dogfight in Central. Detroit and Cleveland.
Yeah, Detroit won in dramatic fashion, if you will.
Yeah, yesterday.
What's the kid's name? McCarthy?
It was Kerry Carpenter.
Okay, I had that completely wrong.
He had a 3-run bomb
off of arguably the best closer in the game.
Yeah, Class A.
Yeah, off of Class A. Hits a big 3-run homer to put them over the top. Scooble.
Bro, Scoob's dead.
Scooble was lights out, 7 innings, I believe 8 strikeouts, no walks. He was lights out.
Yeah, he's pinpoint.
Both pitching staffs were really good yesterday. They mentioned that Class A he threw them 3 or 4 straight sliders, and that last one just kind of hung up in the zone.
Floated up there.
He missed his spot really, by quite a bit, and he put in the bleachers for a 3-0 lead and win.
Yeah, game 1 of that series was kind of a blowout.
Yeah, the Guardians came out and kind of ambushed them.
This
5
their
runs in the
house.
first. Yeah, it was pretty much over before it started. So that one's at 1-1.
Yeah, all series that are at 1-1.
Right, and that series is shifted to Detroit starting tomorrow. On Wednesday, starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then the other series,
Kansas City and New York.
Also 1-1.
It's kind of a back and forth thing.
First
game 1 was 7-6.
Yeah.
I think you said that they blew a call.
Yeah, so I felt like Chisholm was out at second base on the stolen base, trying to steal second. They went to review it. They deemed him safe, and that ended up being the winning run in that game. Last night the Royals pulled out a 4-1 victory.
The funny thing about this series is that the 2 best players on each team, between them, have 1 hit.
Right, and the Judge's was an infield hit.
Yeah. So,
with a lot of strikeouts.
So, Kansas City is winning without Bobby Witt. Bobby Witt's playing great defense.
Yeah, he does a lot of other things. And you could say the other way, but then you could make the argument, well, wait a minute. Judge has got a little bit more of a better supporting cast, I would say.
Yeah.
Than Bobby Witt does as far as hitters. Soto, obviously, and there's a lot of really good hitters on that team, right?
And last year, I'm gonna go back to Kansas City because they had over 100 losses last year.
Yeah. Yep.
And I don't know what changed, but
get the right guy in there, the right manager, the whatever, and
they're doing it with. Salvador Perez has been
doing it for a long time,
doing this forever.
Yeah.
And
not his first rodeo.
I think he told me that it was like his 13th year.
Yes.
Yesterday.
Right. Yeah.
And there's a lot of I don't want to say they're all complimentary players, but Bobby Witt's the guy.
Bobby Witt is the guy for sure. No doubting that.
And definitely the Yankees have a better cast. You have just in the outfield, you have Soto, Judge, and Verdugo.
Yeah.
Who was traded from Boston.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, maybe they're going to trade him for something else.
Right.
But that wasn't the case. And then they have Jazz.
Yeah, Chisholm they picked up at the trade deadline.
They have a bunch, like, their whole team is basically all-star players.
They got some players that not. Now, I don't think like the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers, that's like a super team over there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that. I mean, this is gonna go. I think this series is if Kansas City wins.
Yeah.
This series, like game 3.
Yeah.
It's gonna. I think they might go 4.
Yeah, and it's funny too is that Kansas City, they tried everything to play themselves out of the playoffs.
Yeah,
they went on a 7-game, I'm going to say losing streak in September.
Yeah,
managed to kind of pull together at the end, and get in. But all you got to do is get in, right?
Yeah.
I just want to make one note about Bobby Witt Jr. That we saw this yesterday watching the game. So he joins. There's a group of players all time that have hit, I think hitting over 300, 30 plus home runs, 40 plus doubles, 10 or more triples.
Yep.
Right? And those guys are Joe DiMaggio, Ted Williams, Stan Musial, and I forget who the other guy was. He was more of a modern.
He wasn't more of a modern day guy. I'm not sure who it was.
The last guy, but I don't think I need to mention the last guy because the first 3 guys I just mentioned, are ridiculous. So yeah, that's the company Bobby Witt Jr. Has kind of put himself next to, which is very impressive. And this is a young guy; he's under 25 years old, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be, bar injury. He is already a superstar, working his way toward being a megastar, for sure. And he could do a lot of good things there in Kansas City.
Yeah, I think
which is good for baseball.
I think it was either Dusty Baker or one of those guys said that his contract is going to be way underpaid.
Yeah, he's
at the end of it.
He's at some point he's going to outperform that.
Because he has 11 years.
Right.
And it was like 288.
Right. When you're getting guys that are getting 11 at, $400 or $500 million.
Yeah, just look at Judge. Like, he's getting, I think he got 10 for 4.
A lot of money.
But, I mean, it's just unreal money. It's just like Monopoly money. Here you go.
It is. It's insane. All right, so
we'll go
to the National League.
We'll jump to the Mets and Phillies.
That game's coming up in just a few short minutes. This is also 1-1. The Mets,
they're the comeback kids.
They don't go away. They just keep scrapping. They just keep plugging away and making. I mean, like I said, your pick for the World Series was the Phillies, and I kind of said I didn't really trust the Phillies.
The only reason I trust the Phillies is that their lineup is so deep.
It is. I just wonder if they pitch well enough in late innings.
I think if you go to, I don't know their bullpen or anything, but like they picked up a lot of guys in the trade deadline.
Sure. So today we got Aaron Nola going for the Phillies, and Sean Manaea for the Mets. I believe it's Sean.
Yeah.
If it's not, I just renamed them.
Yeah, I mean they're both great pitchers.
Yeah.
Manaea kind of revived his career when he came over to New York because he was a pitcher for Toronto, and now he's in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, you look at, the Phillies lineup. So this game is in New York, correct?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. This just in. Louis Tiant, great pitcher for the Boston Red Sox for years, passed away. 84 years old. I'm not sure when his birthday is. I'm just going to say he was 84. Born in 1940. I know a little bit about Louis Tiant. I've seen Louis Tiant pitch.
I have no idea.
He was like, you know how you were remarking the other day when Darvish was pitching with that double.
Yeah.
Yeah. Louis Tiant would pivot up, go high leg. He'd turn his back to the hitter, pause. He had a different. It seemed like he had a different wind up every time he pitched.
Yeah.
But he pitched in big games, and Louis Tiant, God bless you. May God bless you. Yeah, he was a really good pitcher for a lot of years. So yeah, the Phillies lineup, you get right away, right out of the gate, Schwartz, Turner, Harper, Castellanos, right? That's your first four.
Yeah, a lot of teams are going to that big bopper at the front end.
Right.
We'll talk about in the next series, but you're trying to get that one run right away.
Right. I mean, you go down they're 1 through 6. The least amount of home runs hit is by Realmuto. He hit 14, right? And then Bohm hit 15. But they're first 6 guys that could take you out.
Yeah.
Right? For sure. The Mets.
The Mets are kind of like they have the bullpen depth.
Yeah. Where Peterson, been pitching in relief for them, who was a starter.
Yeah, he was.
Of the year.
I mean, game 1, it was Senga started his first game in a while.
Yeah.
So then Peterson came in. I don't know if that was by design.
Right.
Because I don't feel like the Phillies got a whole lot of runs in those 2 innings that he pitched.
Right.
So I don't know if that was just an opener, and then you have Peterson who can go 4 or 5 innings, and then give it to Diaz.
Yeah, I mean they have that.
That's
they have him on the back end, for sure. But I would not be surprised if this series ended in New York. I would not be surprised.
I won't either. It's just who's gonna win. That's the thing.
Well, yeah, maybe I should have clarified that. Yeah, I could go. No, I'm saying with the Mets winning it.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, that was my point. Yeah, of course it could go the other way too. The Phillies could win it. Yeah, I didn't do a good job getting my point across there. So yeah, I would not be surprised if the Mets put this away at home.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
No, I mean you got a couple of superstars on that team: Lindor, Alonso. Alonso's been scuffling. I mean, he had
hit the big home run
in Milwaukee, and then
but he
a
has
home run
he has been
in
struggling for sure.
I think he hit home run in game 1 or 2. But overall, it's kind of like who wants more.
Right.
That's what it comes down to.
Yep.
If you don't got anything else on this series, we'll jump to the most exciting series I think right now.
This series is bananas.
Padres and the Dodgers.
Yeah, this is also 1-1.
So we'll start with game 1.
Yeah. Okay.
Game 1, it was was Darvish.